My girlfriend posted, "Single until someone proves they're worth it," on Valentine's Day. I commented, "Agreed." Then I took her hint and stayed single. Her frantic calls started when she saw me with someone new. Original post: I 32 male, should have seen it coming. Looking back, the signs were all there. I just chose to ignore them because, well, love makes you stupid sometimes. Been with Melanie, 29, for 2.5 years, living together for 1. On Valentine's Day this year, while I was at work arranging for flowers to be delivered to her office, yeah, I'm that guy, she posted on Instagram, "Single until someone proves they're worth it. Know your value, queens." I saw it during my lunch break. My coworker, Eddie, saw my face drop. "You good, man?" I showed him the post. He winced. "Bro, on Valentine's Day, while you're dating?" I sat there for a minute just staring at it. Then I commented, "Agreed." Within seconds, my phone was blowing up. Melanie calling. I let it ring. Texted her instead. "Me. Saw your post. Message received loud and clear. I'll pack my stuff tonight." OMG, are you serious right now? It's just a quote. A quote about being single on Valentine's Day while in a relationship. I'm not stupid, Mel. You're being dramatic. It's for my followers. Cool, your followers can help pay your rent then. See, we split the rent on her apartment. Well, technically I paid 70% because I made more. But whatever. The lease was in her name only. Her choice, she wanted independence. Went home that afternoon, told my boss I needed a personal day. Melanie was at work. I packed methodically. My clothes, my gaming setup, my kitchen stuff. I did all the cooking anyway, my furniture that I'd brought in. The apartment looked pretty empty when I was done. Left the flowers I'd ordered on the counter with a note, "For someone who's worth it. Good luck finding them." Moved back to my buddy Trevor's place. He had a spare room after his roommate moved out. Rent was actually cheaper too. Melanie came home to a half-empty apartment and 82 missed calls later finally got through to me. "You can't just leave because of a social media post. You literally announced you're single. I'm just respecting your wishes." "It wasn't about you." "Then who was it about, Mel?" Silence. "Then, you're supposed to fight for me? Fight for someone who publicly says they're single? Nah, I'm good." I hung up. Update 1. 2 weeks later. The entitlement started almost immediately. First, she tried the guilt angle. Posted a bunch of sad quotes about when someone doesn't understand your social media is just for fun, and toxic masculinity making men insecure about everything. Her friends ate it up, started messaging me about how I broke her heart over nothing. Her best friend Destiny called me. "She's crying every night." It was just a caption that said she's single. You know what she meant? Actually, I don't. Explain it to me. What does single until someone proves they're worth it mean when you're in a relationship? It's about female empowerment. Empowering her to be single? Great, she got what she wanted. Meanwhile, Melanie kept texting. The messages ranged from angry to pleading. "You're so immature. Please come back. I'll delete the post. You're overreacting. I love you. You're a controlling psycho. I miss you. I hope you're happy ruining us." I didn't respond to any of them. Then came the financial reality. Remember that 70% of rent I was covering? Yeah, that hit her March 1st. She called me panicking. "I can't afford the apartment alone." That sounds like a single person problem. Are you seriously gonna let me be homeless? You're not homeless, you have an apartment. You just can't afford it. Because you left. Because you said you were single. Single people don't have partners paying their rent. I wasn't serious. Then maybe don't post it on social media for your 3,000 followers to see. She hung up on me. But here's where it gets interesting. My boy Trevor works at the same gym as Melanie's coworker, Jasmine. Jasmine let slip that Melanie had been DMing with her ex, Derek, for weeks before Valentine's Day. The single post? It was for him. She was trying to let him know she was available without actually breaking up with me first. She wanted to secure the backup before letting go of the current. I laughed when Trevor told me. The manipulation was actually impressive in its audacity. Update 2. 1 month later. So Melanie had to get a second job, bartending at nights. She made sure everyone knew how exhausted she was, posting constantly about hustling and independent woman grinding. The subtext was clear. "This is your fault. Look what you've done to me." Her mom, Lorraine, called me. Now, I'd always gotten along with Lorraine, so I actually answered. Honey, what happened? Melanie says you abandoned her over a misunderstanding. Lorraine, she posted that she was single on Valentine's Day. She says it was just a quote from a movie or something. What movie? I don't know. Because it wasn't from a movie. She was announcing she was single while I was buying her flowers. Ask her about Derek. Silence. Then, who's Derek? Her ex, the one she's been texting, the one the post was really for. She said you were controlling and jealous. I found out about Derek after I left, from other people. I left because she said she was single and I believed her. Lorraine sighed. That girl, I'm sorry, honey. I raised her better than this. Meanwhile, I was doing fine. Better than fine, actually. Without paying 70% of Melanie's expensive downtown apartment, I had money again. Got myself a new watch, upgraded my gaming setup, started going to the gym regularly. And that's where I met Amanda. Amanda was new to town, worked in marketing, and had this laugh that made everyone around her smile. We started as gym buddies, then coffee after workouts, then actual dates. It was easy, natural, no games. I didn't post about it. Didn't make a big announcement, just lived my life. But you know how small the world is. Melanie's friend spotted us at a restaurant about 6 weeks after the breakup. Within an hour, Melanie was blowing up my phone. Who is she? You moved on already? We were together for 2.5 years and you replaced me in a month? You were probably cheating with her. This is why you left, isn't it? I sent one text back. I've been single since Valentine's Day. Remember? Free to date whoever I want. Then I blocked her. Update 3. 2 months later, the calls started coming from different numbers. Her friends, her cousins, random numbers I didn't recognize, all with the same message. You're a monster, you used her, you abandoned her, you're a narcissist. Then Melanie showed up at Trevor's place at 11 p.m. on a Thursday. Drunk. I know you're in there. We need to talk. Trevor answered the door. He's not home. Liar. His car is right there. I came to the door. Mel, you need to leave. She looked rough. The 2 jobs were taking a toll. Please just talk to me. We have nothing to talk about. I made a mistake. Several from what I heard about Derek. Her face went white. That's not... Who told you? Does it matter? You posted you were single to get his attention. It worked. You're single. Congrats. He doesn't want me. He has a girlfriend. I actually laughed. So you nuked our relationship for a guy who wasn't even interested. I didn't mean to. I thought you'd fight for me. Prove you were worth it. By rewarding you for disrespecting me publicly, that's not how it works. But you're with someone else already. I'm single, remember? Free to date. Stop saying that. I wasn't really single. Then what were you? She started crying. The drunk, ugly crying. I don't know. I was stupid, okay? I wanted to feel wanted, desired, like I had options. And how'd that work out? Trevor stepped in. All right. She needs to go. Mel, I'm calling you an Uber. She tried to push past him. I'm not leaving until he takes me back. Then you're gonna be here forever, I said, and went back inside. Trevor handled getting her in the Uber. She threw up in it, apparently. Got charged a $150 cleaning fee. Update 4, 3 months later. The escalation was predictable but still somehow surprising in its intensity. First, she started showing up places she knew I'd be. The gym, she'd never had a membership there before. My favorite coffee shop, the bar where Trevor worked. Always with a guy. Different guys. Clearly from dating apps, looking uncomfortable as she hung all over them while staring at me. Amanda noticed at the gym. Is that your ex, the one staring daggers at me? Yeah, just ignore her. She seems intense. That's one word for it. Then came the social media campaign. Melanie started posting these healing journey videos, all about surviving narcissistic abuse and rebuilding after abandonment, and when someone punishes you for being authentic. The comments were all supportive, of course. You're so brave. He didn't deserve you. His lost queen. But then she made a mistake. She posted a video about financial abuse, claiming I had controlled her with money and then left her destitute. I'd kept every Venmo transaction, every bank transfer, every payment I'd made for her. Posted a simple response. Financial abuse is interesting considering I paid 70% of your rent, 100% of utilities, and most of our groceries for a year. All documented here. You wanted to be single and independent? You got it. Stop lying. Attach the receipts. All of them. Her video disappeared within an hour, but screenshots were already circulating. Her narrative crumbled. Then Derek reached out to me. Yeah, the ex she'd been trying to get back with. Bro, I need you to know, I had no idea she was with you. She told me you guys had broken up months ago. When my girl found out Melanie was trying to get with me, she lost it, just wanted to clear the air. All good, man. Not your fault she's a manipulator. She's crazy, dude. She showed up at my job. Security had to escort her out. The desperation was real, but the absolute peak came when she contacted Amanda. Found her on LinkedIn, of all places. Sent her a message. Hi, you don't know me, but I'm Tom's ex. I just wanted to warn you that he's not who he seems. He abandoned me over a small misunderstanding and left me in financial ruin. He's controlling and vindictive. You seem nice, and I don't want you to get hurt like I did. Amanda showed me immediately. We laughed about it over dinner. Should I respond? She asked. Nah, don't give her the attention she wants. She seems unhinged. Yeah, she's not handling being single well. Update 5. 4 months later. The legal threat started next. Got a letter from some lawyer saying I owed Melanie $400 for my portion of the rent for the remainder of the lease term, 6 months, plus emotional damages. I took it to my cousin who's a lawyer. He laughed. She wants you to pay rent for an apartment you don't live in, that you're not on the lease for, after she announced she was single? Yep. This is harassment at best. Want me to respond, please? His response was beautiful. Pointed out that, 1. I had no legal obligation to pay rent on a lease I wasn't on. 2. She had publicly announced being single, effectively ending the relationship. 3. The continued harassment could result in a restraining order. 4. Any further contact from her or her lawyer would result in counteraction for harassment. Never heard from that lawyer again. But Melanie wasn't done. She started telling people I'd stolen from her when I moved out, that I'd taken things that were hers. So I posted my own receipt, a photo of everything I'd left behind, including the Valentine's flowers with timestamps, plus receipts for everything I'd taken, all purchased by me before we moved in together. Her friend Destiny commented, "This is petty." I responded, "Petty is lying about theft. This is facts." The mutual friends started reaching out privately. They were seeing the pattern now. The lies, the manipulation, the escalating craziness. One by one, they distanced themselves from the drama. Update 6. 5 months later, Melanie got evicted, not for non-payment, surprisingly. She'd managed to keep up with the rent working 2 jobs. No, she got evicted for disturbing other tenants after multiple complaints about late-night screaming matches with various guys she'd bring home from the apps. The final straw was when she threw one dude's clothes off the balcony at 3 a.m. while screaming about him not being worth it either. The irony was delicious. She called me crying. Actually got through using her mom's phone. I have nowhere to go. Call Derek. This isn't funny. I'm gonna be homeless. You'll figure it out. You're a strong, independent woman, remember? How can you be so cruel? Cruel, I'm just respecting your wishes. You wanted to be single. Single people handle their own problems. I made a mistake. Several, and they're not my problem anymore. Her mom took the phone. Tom, honey, she's really struggling. Lorraine, I respect you, but your daughter made her choices. She publicly humiliated me, tried to cheat, lied about me online, harassed my girlfriend, tried to extort money from me, and got herself evicted. I can't help her. She's not well. Then she needs therapy, not an ex-boyfriend to bail her out. Lorraine sighed. You're right, I'm sorry she put you through this. Melanie ended up moving back with her parents, in her childhood room, at 29. Update 7. 6 months later. The final meltdown came when Amanda and I made it Instagram official. Just a simple photo of us at a concert, nothing fancy. But it was enough. Melanie created fake accounts to comment. It was obvious it was her. The writing style, the specific details only she would know. Amanda and I just kept blocking and reporting them. Then she did something that actually crossed a line. She called my job, told HR I was harassing her, that I was stalking her online, that she feared for her safety. HR had to investigate, of course. I provided everything. Her posts, her messages, her showing up at Trevor's, the lawyer letter, the fake accounts, everything. They concluded pretty quickly that if anyone was harassing anyone, it wasn't me. They also suggested I file a police report, which I did. The officer was sympathetic. Ex-girlfriend drama? Yeah. She announced she was single, I believed her, and she's been spiraling ever since. We see this a lot. Social media makes people think they can say anything without consequences. The police visit to her parents' house finally did it. Lorraine called me afterwards. The officers came, Melanie had a breakdown. We're getting her help, real help. I'm sorry it came to this. I hope she gets better, Lorraine. I really do. And I meant it. Despite everything, I didn't hate Melanie. I just refused to be her safety net while she figured out that actions have consequences. Final update, 1 year later. It's been a year since the Valentine's Day post that ended everything. Amanda and I are doing great, actually moving in together next month. Equal names on the lease, equal rent, equal partnership, the way it should be. Melanie is, well, from what I hear through the ever-shrinking grapevine, she's working on herself. Still at her parents', but in therapy, holding down one steady job instead of juggling multiple ones. Deleted her social media apparently. Good for her. She sent me one last email about a month ago. Not asking for anything, just apologizing. A real apology, taking actual responsibility. Said therapy helped her realize she'd been seeking external validation instead of working on her own self-worth. That the "single until someone proves they're worth it" post was really about her not feeling worthy herself and projecting that insecurity. That she destroyed something good because she was scared of being vulnerable. I didn't respond. There was nothing to say. But I hope she really has learned and grown. Her mom Lorraine sends me Christmas cards still. This year's included a note. Thank you for not taking her back. She needed to face the consequences to grow. She's becoming the woman I raised her to be, finally. Trevor jokes about it sometimes. Remember when she showed up drunk talking about proving you're worth it? Man, that whole thing was wild. You handled it perfectly though. Just agreed with her and dipped. Legend. Amanda knows the whole story. We actually laugh about it sometimes. She'll post something ridiculous and then say, "Oh no, am I pulling a Melanie?" Looking back, that Valentine's Day post did me a favor. It showed me who Melanie really was. Someone who would disrespect our relationship for internet validation and an ex's attention. Someone who thought I should fight for her while she publicly claimed to be single. Someone who believed there shouldn't be consequences for her actions. The entitlement was real. She genuinely thought she could. Post that she was single while in a relationship, have me continue paying most of her bills, keep me as a backup while pursuing her ex, play victim when faced with consequences, harass me and my new girlfriend without repercussions, threaten legal action for money she wasn't owed, call my job with false accusations, do all this and still have me take her back. But that's not how life works. You can't announce you're single and expect your partner to stick around. You can't disrespect someone publicly and expect them to fight for you privately. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I see dudes online asking, should I take her back, when faced with similar disrespect? My answer is always the same. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. When Melanie said she was single, I believed her. Best decision I ever made. Now I'm with someone who posts about us, who includes me in her life publicly and privately, who would never dream of playing games with our relationship for social media clout. And Melanie? She's still single, last I heard. Guess she's still waiting for someone to prove they're worth it. Good luck with that.